Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we've got the Cubs in town for one more day. We're going into the All-Star break after this game. So we will, oh, that's not what I meant. Sorry, getting the sub guys in going into that long break. I don't usually do the bench guys coming out of the All-Star break, but maybe I'll make an exception this year. Alright. Alright, that looks good. Apparently the first game of the day. Don't usually really pay attention to those scores, but at least not before the game, maybe after. But didn't get a chance today. Alright, Pan Pack Park for one last time for 4 days. All-Star game will be on Wednesday. If you're looking for past All-Star games, they have their own playlist. If you see in the channel, there's like us versus all the other teams in MLB, All-Star games. There's also Season 1, Season 2, etc. But All-Star games have their own playlist. Gil on the mound today. I imagine he will be an All-Star. I don't know who will be selected as the starter. Here's Meistertis Turris to lead things off, as he has been doing for the Cubs. I think the whole year. Have to go back and be sure that for a series early in the year, but I think he was doing it then. It's got an 0-2 count. And that curveball will break a little bit too far. 1-2. Slider gets a swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout to open today's game. Santana at the plate. He had, I want to say, a couple hits yesterday. At least one. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. So yesterday, just goes up the middle, gets a base hit to start off this game. But the Cubs had a pretty terrible day yesterday. It was 9-0, and all 9 of those runs got charged to CC Sabathia. Just did not have his usual stuff. So I'm sure the Cubs looking to be more competitive today. Carlos Pena has a 1-2 count. He will swing and miss for strike 3. 2 away. Here's Carlos Quentin. Backdoor slider for strike 1. Ground ball back to Gil. He'll go to first, and that'll end the inning. The Cubs with a hit, but no runs. Phil's going to lead things off today for the Squirrels. Take a look at the Cubs defensively. Do believe that is the same lineup we've been seeing. I always forget this. I think it's Scott Gabbard on the mound. We've seen him several times, and I never seem to remember his first name. I seem to remember Scott. That might not be right. I'll get corrected when he comes up to the plate, I'm sure. Phil has a 2-1 count. His average has slipped under 200 after he actually was having a good year. But now starting to look like the Phil we all know and why he doesn't start at second base anymore. He was during the first season, if you go back and watch that. He grounds out, and that will bring Sweeney to the plate, who will look at strike 1. Pops this one up. Gabbard is going to shade over slightly towards first and make the catch. So here is Quentin. He'll bat right-handed. First pitch is called a strike. Quentin didn't really care for the call, and I don't blame him. Swings and misses at a curveball. And that pitch just a bit down and out. Good take by Quentin. Looks at a curveball for strike 3, and Quentin just not happy in that at-bat. But it does end the first inning. We go to the second with no score. Rongo Rongo is going to lead things off for Chicago. First pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. Curveball gets a swing and a miss. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out of the inning. Here is Orlando Cabrera. I feel like he had 2 hits yesterday. He swings and misses at a curveball to start this at-bat. Swings and misses again to make it 0-2. Fouled back. That'll keep him alive for now. This one just fouled down the third base line. Still 0-2. Gill goes with the sinker and gets a high hopper back to him. Throws it to first for the second out of the inning. There's Telemaco. Looks at a sinker for strike one. That pitch is down and in. It's 1-1. There's a called strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no runs, no threat of a run, to be real honest. Terry's going to lead things off for Indianapolis. He did hit home run number 17 yesterday and got his average back up over 400. In those lefty-lefty matchups I said he was having trouble with. Fouls that one off, though he did foul it a pretty good ways. And watches that changeup bounce in. Pitch misses again. It's 2-1. And he might have just hit another home run. Doesn't have all of it. Oh, off the wall. Not quite as high off the wall as Zach and Tom have hit it lately, but still on the upper half. Knew it wasn't going to be out by a lot if it made it, but just needed another couple feet. He'll have to settle for a leadoff double, and now this is the first scoring threat of the game. Frank looks at a ball, and that ball is outside. 2-0. Groove fastball in for a strike. Frank has not swung the bat yet. Does so here, and he'll hit a ground ball to third. Does not advance the runner. One down, runner still on second for Miyake, who is kind of coming off of a hot streak. He's cooled down the last couple chances he's got. He's down 0-2 right now. He will ground this to first for the second out of the inning, though that does advance Terry on to third. But with 2 outs, Martinez is likely going to need a hit unless there's a wild pitch. Comes up empty on that first swing. Hits this one. That will be a base hit into right field, and Clutch Martinez comes through to give the Squirrels a 1-0 lead. Here's Joey, who is in a hot streak right now, who looks at strike one. That pitch is outside, 1-1. Swings under a changeup, we'll say. And swing and a miss at a curveball to end the inning. But the Squirrels strike first. 1-0 as we go into the third. The Cubs will have Stoltz leading off at the plate. Gill winds. Fires in a fastball that gets ground to fill. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Number 13,
Kaysen, God, how many times am I going to mess this up? Kaysen Gabbard. I don't know where I got Scott from. It just is really stuck in my head. In every game, he pitches. Kaysen Gabbard. Maybe I got mad enough now I'll remember it. He's got an 0-2 count at the plate. Swings and misses at a curveball for the second out of the inning. Meister's Turris struck out in his first at-bat. 1 of 5 Cubs that Gill struck out the first time through. This Turris swings and misses at a sinker. Swings and misses at a fastball. And this is fouled back. Still an 0-2 count. High fastball gets put towards short, and Joey's able to catch it on the fly to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the third inning, and Gil is due up for the Squirrels. Only been, of course, it's early on, but only 3 hits in the ball game, leading to 1 whole run. First pitch to Gil at the plate is called a strike. Hits this one right over first base, but Pena's able to grab it and step on the base for the first out. 2 strikeouts for Gabbard the first time through the Squirrels order. Phil did not strike out. He ground out, I do believe, to second base. He's got a 2-0 count in this at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss to make it 2-2. Pop fly, Cabrera goes back into the outfield grass and makes the catch. 2 down, Sweeney credited with the fly out, but I do believe it was I think it was actually back to Gabbard. Hits this one to first. Pena had to jump for it, but it wasn't that difficult of a play. So still 1-0 Squirrels as we move into the 4th inning. Santana due to lead off. He got the lone Cubs hit so far in this game in his last at-bat. Hits this one, a ground ball towards second. Phil will take care of that. 1 down brings Carlos Pena. He struck out in his first at-bat. I say, why it's not David Ortiz? It's kind of driving me crazy. Well, I guess it's to my benefit. Pena with an 0-2 count. Pops this one up. Joey goes behind second base and makes a catch. 2 away. Carlos Quintin ground out in his first at-bat. We'll look at strike 1 on an elevated fastball. Same pitch. This time Quintin swings under it. 0-2. Swing and a miss on the curveball for strike 3. That'll bring us to the bottom of the 4th. Squirrels still leading 1-0, and Quintin will lead things off for Indianapolis. I don't remember what Quintin did off the top of my head, and I missed the little flag to tell me what it was. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. He will pop this one up. Santana should have it. Has to go back a little further than I thought, but he does make the catch. So Terry hit a double and scored in his first at-bat. They hit it up against the right field wall. It's got a 1-1 count here. Hits this one, a foul ground ball down the first base side. Makes it a 1-2 count. Grounds this one over to third, which is Turris will take care of. 2 away, and that will bring Frank to the plate. He ground out to third in his first at-bat. He swings and misses at a curveball to open this encounter. Swings and misses at a changeup. And looks at a curveball for strike 3. That will end the 4th inning. Still 1-0 Squirrels. And Rongo will lead things off for Chicago in the 5th. Rongo struck out in his first at-bat. That first fastball a little bit too high. That one a bit outside. 2-0. Goes with the sinker, and it misses outside. 3-0. Ooh, that was a borderline pitch at best, and Gil got the benefit of the doubt. And then a swing and a miss to make it a full count. Honestly, Rongo should be standing on first. And I guess that's going to happen anyway, but he gets the satisfaction of a base hit, so I suppose that worked out better for him. So here's Orlando Cabrera, who Ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at a ball to start off this one. That slider didn't quite make it back to the plate. 2-0. Check over on first. Don't think he's going anywhere. Don't think he's particularly fast, even for a catcher. That pitch was in there for a strike as they check over first again. 2-1. Sinker down by his feet makes it a 3-1 count. Gill's starting to labor a little bit. Full count now with nobody out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One away. Here's Telemaco. He struck out in his first at-bat. He'll look at strike 1 here. Looks at a ball high. Oh, and there we got the pickoff. He kept throwing over there, I suppose. That seems like the first pickoff we've had in some time. Actually, we haven't been picked off. We tend to get picked off more than we pick off other teams, but we haven't had a pickoff either way for a good while. Telemaco fouls out, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The hits equal at 2 apiece, but the Squirrels leading 1-0. Miyake will come to the plate. He ground out, I want to say to second in his last at-bat, which moved Terry over to third. First pitch is in there for a strike. Second pitch bounces in. Ground ball over to short. Cabrera throws on to first. One away. Martinez got the RBI single. And driving in the only run of this game so far. That fastball way high. Surely not where Gabbard was trying to put it. There's a changeup in the zone. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Whoop, almost gets hit. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Here is Joey. Struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. That one's a bit too high. That pitch is outside. 2-1. Changeup bounces in and makes it 3-1. Oh, that's going to get down for a base hit out into right center. Certainly not deep right center, but it found the outfield grass. 1 on with 2 outs. Gill ground out in his last at-bat. This, I imagine, will be his last at-bat of the day. So we have a big 6th inning. He's got a 2-1 count at the moment. He will pop this up to Cabrera. Don't sure he had to move at all. So we go into the 6th, still 1-0 Squirrels. Stoltz will lead things off for Chicago. Stoltz ground out in his first at-bat. Watch that curveball break well outside. And then this will be just foul down the first base line. Did not miss by much. That could have been a double, just very well placed, but not. Just need another inch or so to make it back to the line. Another called strike. That makes it 2-2. Sinker is softly lined towards third, which Sweeney's able to make that play. 1 away. There's Kason Gabbard again. Struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at a curveball for strike 1. Ground ball over to second. And that will be the second out of the inning. Mysert Ice-Turris, 0 for 2. Strikeout, and it says a line out. Sure not a very threatening one. It's got a 1-1 count to start things here. This is lined foul. That'll make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's it for the top of the 6th. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead. Only 5 combined hits in this game so far. Phil's going to lead it off for the Squirrels. He is 0 for 2. Ground out and a fly out. So he looks at the first pitch, catch the outside corner for strike one. That one a bit too low. Swings and misses at a curveball. Chases it, I would say. And chases a high fastball for strike three. One away. Here's Sweeney. He's 0 for 2 so far. That pitch is down in the dirt. And this one too high. Maybe a touch outside as well. Elevated fastball for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two away. Here's Chief. Or sorry, he's not playing today. Quentin is struck out and I think ground out, I think. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Pops this one. His tourist going back. Wasn't fair ground, but it was going to be an out either way. So, Santana will lead things off for the Cubs in the 7th. It's still a 1-0 Squirrels lead. Gil gave us 6 shutout innings, so we'll bring on Gonzalez. No double switches for the sub days.
Your attention, please. Now come by the pitch for Indianapolis. Number 76, Gonzalez.
Santana is 1 for 2 so far. Looks at strike one. Grounds up the middle. It gets through Gonzalez and into center field for his second hit of the day. And we're going to get a pinch something here. Pinch runner. Santiago actually a downgrade on speed from an 11 to a 9. Pena looks at a pitch that bounces in. And that changeup is too far inside. Cutter catches the outside corner. Another cutter gets ground through the middle for another base hit. The Cubs are in some business here. 2 men aboard with no outs. And we're going to get another pinch something. Another pinch runner. Ozuna, who was a starter at one point, but he is a pretty big speed upgrade over Carlos Pena. As Carlos Quentin looks at a ball, swings and misses to make it 1-1. That changeup floated a little bit. Splitter put into right field. Oh, Quentin's not going to make that. Cubs are going to maybe take the lead here. First run is in. They do have Ozuna stop at third, but 2 runners in scoring position for Rongo, and there are still no outs. Rongo swings and misses. Liner towards short. This could be a double play. Nah, he gets back. So 1 away with 2 runners in scoring position, and Orlando Cabrera at the plate looks at strike one. That ball runs inside. This one up and in. It's a 2-1 count. There's a called strike. Makes it 2-2. Change-up. Fouled away. Splitter is looked at for strike 3. 2 down, and here's Telemaco. Still 2 runners in scoring position. Squirrels not out of the trouble yet. Right now the game tied at 1 run apiece. Telemaco has a 1-2 count. He will pop this one in foul ground. Terry going back for it though, and can't quite get there, so he'll get another shot at it. Splitter swung over the top, and that will get us to the 7th inning stretch, but not before the Cubs can tie this game at 1. Terry will lead things off in the bottom half of the inning. going to get some defensive changes for the Cubs. You guys can sort that out. Well, I do see David Ortiz came into play, so have that to look forward to. Terry looks at strike one. Grounds this one over to third. Ozuna had to charge it, but gets it there in time. One down. Here is Frank. He's 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Hit towards second. Santiago takes it on a hop. 2 away, and here is Miyake, who's ground out in both at-bats today. First pitch is too far inside. Some down in the dirt. 2-0. Misses again, 3-0. Miyake taking all the way. It is called strike one. This one barely catches the outside corner. It's a full count with 2 outs, but nobody on base. Looks at strike 3. Got to swing at one of those. So we'll go to the 8th inning. Still tied at 1. Stoltz is due up for the Cubs. And we'll see if Gonzalez can get through a second inning. He was starting to wipe his brow already. Stoltz 0 for 2. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one to Joey. 1 away. Gabbard is going to get to hit again. He's 0 for 2 at the plate. Strikeout and a ground out. Looks at ball 1. That one's down and away. Misses again. It's 3-0. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk to the opposing pitcher. Mycertis Turris 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a line out. Not necessarily in that order. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Here is Santiago. First at bat of the game. Grounds this foul down the third base line. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Popped up in foul ground. Martinez waiting and makes the catch. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still tied at 1. Bottom of the order coming up. Martinez, first one to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He's driven in the only Squirrels run of the game. So he's behind on that fastball. And that changeup is outside. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Up the middle, and it will get through for a base hit. Somehow Martinez decided to go to second and gets tagged out, so he will get credit for a single, but runs our way out of what could have been a promising inning. Joey, he's got at least 1 hit in this game. I can't remember if he's got 2 or not. He's got a 1-1 count. I think he's just 1 for 2. He's got a 2-1 count now. That pitch runs outside, makes it 3-1. Up the middle, that will get through for a base hit. Joey sensibly stops at first base. We are going to send Tom up there to pinch hit. Gabbard is finally getting tired out there. Gabbard from the stretch. Puts a fastball by Tom. He will look at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, that didn't work out great. Here's Phil. He's 0 for 3. Struck out in his last at-bat. That changeup stays outside. This one is too far inside. 2-0. There's a strike. Swing and a miss to make it 2-2. So So check over on first. Joey not going yet anyway. That one too low. We got a full count. Now Joey will be off. Oh, and Phil, I think, swung at ball 4 to end the 8th inning. So we go into the 9th. We're tied at 1 apiece. Ozuna will lead things off for Chicago with his first at-bat of the day. And we will turn to let's turn to Nakai. Pitched 2 innings yesterday, but so probably not the freshest, but kind of trying to save Johnston. Although I guess maybe I shouldn't have, because I forgot it's All-Star break starting tomorrow, so he would have some days before he'd have to throw anyhow. Ozuna fouls the first pitch away. And swings and misses to make it 0-2. Looks at strike 3. 1 down. Here's Carlos Quentin. Got a double in his last at-bat. Pretty sure that was an RBI double. Actually, I'm actually certain of it, now that I think about it harder. He's got an 0-2 count at the moment. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Here is Rongo. He is 1 for 3. So he looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nakai sails through the innings, or here's the Squirrels' last chance to not have to go to extras. They will start off with Sweeney at the plate. 1 run apiece, 5 hits apiece for the teams. It has been very even. Cubs go to their bullpen and find Carlos Marmol. This was, well, it's a little bit past his peak, Carlos Marmol. Pretty close. Like 2007, I want to say, was probably his best year. Sweeney starts things off with a base hit up the middle. That will bring Quentin to the plate, his first left-handed at-bat. He's 0 for 3 so far. But like I said, first one from this side of the plate. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. And hits a ground ball. This could be a double play. It sure is. 4-6-3. Well, here's Terry. He doubled off the wall in his first at-bat. Ground out in his other 2 at-bats, and he's going to ground out in this one, and we will go into the 10th inning. Tied at 1, David Ortiz to lead things off, which is not ideal, but I guess we were going to have to face him eventually if we weren't going to win in the 9th. He'll start off with a swing and a miss. Swings and misses again. Can Nakai finally retire Ortiz? Looks like he will. A ground ball to short. I don't know if that's the first time that we've retired Ortiz this year, but man, we haven't done it very much. Telemaco, I do believe 0 for 3. Looks at strike 1. That pitch is up and out. There's a called strike to make it 1-2. Called strike 3. 2 away, and here is Stoltz to the plate. He's 0 for 3. So he looks at strike 1. Curveball misses outside, maybe low as well. Changeup misses outside. 2-1. Ground ball, a high hop to Sweeney. He'll throw to first and get it there in time to end the top of the 10th. Frank's going to lead things off in the bottom half of the inning. Still tied at 1. Marmol will stay on the mound. Frank is 0 for 3. Hits a little bloop line drive to his Turris, who's moved over to short. 1 away. Miyake 0 for 3. So he watches that pitch trail down and out. That is one thing in real life. Marmol kind of lost his touch because batters learned they didn't have to swing. Marmol would gladly give you a walk. Ground ball to Ozuna at third. for the second out of the inning. So here's Martinez, who's 2 for 3 today. Looks at ball 1. Looks at ball 2. Hits this one, but oh, this Turris just knocked it down. That's going to go down as a hit, and it probably is the right call. So here's Joey. He's 2 for 3 so far. Got hits in his last 2 at-bats. Although not a very swift runner on first. That first pitch is in there for strike 1. Way ahead of that, we'll call it a changeup. Hits this one out into right center field for a base hit. That will bring up a pinch hitter. We will send Marvin out there. He will bat left-handed. 2 men aboard, though Martinez is the only one that really matters. First pitch is called a strike. Not sure I agree, but hits this one. That will get into center field. Martinez turning towards home, and that is your ball game. Final score in 10 innings, Chicago Cubs 1, Indianapolis Squirrels 2. Much better game than we've had in a little while. Take a look at the highlights. Martinez should be the player of the game. He drove in 1 run and scored the winning run, but it's probably going to go to Marvin for that walk-off hit, and that's not a bad choice. Just not the choice I think I would have made. All right, let's see who it is. It is Marvin, and you know, can't look too badly on that one. So anyway, thank you everybody for watching. If you want to like, share, subscribe, feel very free. Couple days off, and we will be back here on Wednesday with the All-Star game. We'll see you then.